month, and he's going to take off his 9/12 hat and put on a candidate hat.
I want you guys to all visualize I'm taking the 9/12 leadership hat off and setting it down for the moment here. So that, because this is an awkward spot because I'm both a 9/12 leader who, and we don't endorse, but at the same time I'm on Frank.Ryan's campaign. And I just wanted to share with you guys how that came to be. Frank.Ryan, I got to know him through this whole, as I became more involved in the 9/12 groups, I wanted to start to get to know the local politicians and the people who were running, and get a feel for what makes them tick and who are the good people and who aren't, okay? And I want to start out by saying, right off the bat, that Alan is a fantastic guy. There's no doubt about that. I just want to say I have the highest respect for the Griffiths, the whole family, what they've accomplished in their lives, and I certainly don't want anything I do or say to take away from that. Really, the biggest thing that came down to it for me, when I looked at the candidates that were available, I knew that we had some really good candidates running. Okay, I believe that Frank is also extremely ethical, very solid candidate. The thing that really kind of tipped the scales for me personally is his experience. Frank has worked, in the Marines. He's a retired Marine, Lieutenant Colonel. He was second in command over in Iraq under Petraeus. He knows what war is. He knows how governments interact. He is an expert in the economies of governments and what happens under the economic attacks and things like that occur. So I felt like as we're looking at this situation in our nation, where our economy seems to be getting attacked somewhat from within and somewhat from without, I really felt that Frank would bring to the table a very solid ability to know what it all means and how to handle it. I also felt that with his experience, he had a very solid ability to take on these challenges and overcome the obstacles that we had ahead of us. Now, as I got to know him more, I started to learn other things about him. He wants to do away with the pensions. He wants to cut the pay. His goal is to make government into a situation where people don't get into it for profit. The problem I think we have is people get in there and it's so lucrative and there's so many benefits to it. Running as a candidate, running as a politician, that they want to hold on to it. And pretty soon you hold on long enough and now the laws don't really apply to you. You don't have to go home. You don't have to return to that business. You don't have to actually live in the environment you're creating. And that's a big problem for us because we have to live in that world. I think the best thing that we can do, Frank is going to term limit himself to 3 terms maximum. That gives him enough time to get what needs to happen accomplished, to get as far as he can, but at the same time that he returns and lives under the laws, just like we do. I really do appreciate the Griffiths very much. And I think that everything that I've heard of this family and everything that I've experienced is very, very honorable. And I just wanted to end on a positive note with that. So, but that's just kind of where my heart led me. And I just want to put in a few words for Frank, because unfortunately he was called away to a different event here tonight. So, thank you very much for that.